Hey, what's up, y'all? It's D about to react to this vid. It's titled Influencer Ashlee Jenae Found Unalived After Proposal on Her Birthday. So this has been going viral lately. I did see the headlines that she went on vacation. She went to Africa with this white man, child, and ended up dead. And this was her fiance. He proposed to her on the trip, it appears. And then she just ended up dead, and they're claiming that she offed herself. So she went to Africa, Tanzania, Zanzibar specifically, on her birthday trip, got proposed to, was happy, posting about it, celebrating, but then she offs herself. Obviously nobody's buying that, but yeah, let's get more details though and see what's going on. Let's watch.
Okay, y'all, we need to get into this unfortunate situation regarding influencer Ashlee Jenae, because I want to bring awareness to what's going on and get this story out there. So Ashlee Jenae was found dead in her hotel room in Tanzania, hanging. Okay, y'all heard me right. The fiance found her hanging. Now, she was a lifestyle influencer out of Miami, and her fiance is the one who told authorities that she hung herself, allegedly, but her family is not buying it and they're calling it suspicious. So Ashlee Robinson, aka Ashlee Jenae, was a 31-year-old lifestyle influencer out of Miami. She was known for her travel content, her fashion, her luxury lifestyle. She also did modeling and was featured in some music videos, so your girl was making a name for herself. Now her fiance, whose name is Joe McCain, is a crypto fund founder. He runs a company called Asymmetric Financial. So he had money and he spoiled Ashlee throughout their entire relationship. Now I believe these two started dating back in 2024, and things.
If you've been watching me for a while, you know I say this about some people. I don't like their face. I don't like his face. Something creepy going on. I don't like it. It looks very sinister.
Continued to grow from there. So they ended up taking a trip to Tanzania to celebrate Ashlee's 31st birthday. During this trip on April 3rd, Joe decided to propose to her during a safari. And on April 5th, her actual birthday, she posted what would be her last Instagram post ever. A photo of her birthday spelled out in rose petals, and she captioned it, Chapter 31, I'm exactly where I need to be. And a few days later, she was dead. Now, according to TMZ, McCain told Tanzanian authorities that Ashlee hung herself in their hotel room, but her family and her friends and everybody who knows her is saying that she did not do that. Now, her closest friend even went on X and said, we need justice for my friend Ashlee Jenae, who was found dead in her hotel room in Tanzania, and her fiance Joe McCain claims she hung herself.
Yeah, and just the circumstances surrounding this just doesn't make sense. You're not going to go on this birthday trip. You're going there to celebrate your life. You're celebrating life. You just got engaged, so you're excited, looking forward to spending your life with that person. Why would you off yourself at that moment? Obviously, we don't know what's going on with people's mental state, but it just doesn't make sense. It logically doesn't make sense. And now that her family and friends are coming forth, like, no, that's not her at all. Like, she doesn't have that type of personality. Like, no, she wouldn't do this. It's like, all right, it just confirms people's suspicion. So they need to look further into this.
Anyone who knows Ash would know she would never commit suicide.
Anybody can
we
see
need answers now. And her family even put out a statement yesterday saying Ashlee Robinson was on what should have been one of the happiest trips of her life, a birthday celebration in Zanzibar, Africa. Ashlee's birthday was April 5th. She just turned 31, surrounded by beauty, love, and wildlife. She became engaged during a safari, an unforgettable moment that marked the start of a future she was excited to build. She and her fiance, Joe McCain, were staying in a luxury villa at Zuri, Zanzibar, continuing what we believed was her dream trip. But just days later, that dream turned into our family's worst nightmare. Ashlee was found unconscious in her villa and was rushed to a local hospital where her death was confirmed hours later. Nothing about this loss feels real. One moment she was celebrating love and life in truly Ashlee fashion, and the next she was gone. The subtleness of the unanswered questions and the distance from home has made this tragedy even more overwhelming for our family.
He probably lawyered up.
At this moment, there's an active investigation into the circumstances circumstances surrounding Ashley's suspicious passing. Although we have many questions, we are placing our trust in the officials in Zanzibar, and we are working closely with them as we seek clarity and answers.
Let's be clear, no shade, but the facts are the fucking facts. There are a lot of corrupt officials in many countries in Africa. It is not hard to pay people to be quiet or say what you want them to say. Even people at hospitals, like money talks. Okay, it talks very loudly in a lot of these countries. So, yeah, I wouldn't put my trust in them at all. I would see if I could hire some type of I would get the embassy involved, honestly. I'll reach out to the U.S. Embassy. Hey, this is some suspicious shit going on. We believe that they are in cahoots with this white man. Okay, he gave them some money. Especially y'all claiming that, he got a lot of money. Wouldn't be difficult to be like, hey, say this. Say that y'all found her. Say this. If it's enough money, it's like, okay, which is really fucking sad. But that's just the reality of things in a lot of countries in Africa. And Tanzania is no different. So... yeah, let's be clear on that.
Ashley was deeply loved. She was vibrant, full of life, and had so much ahead of her. Our family is completely devastated, and we appreciate the prayers and compassion we have received as we navigate this unimaginable loss. We respect and ask that any information not directly provided by our family be treated as unverified and not considered factual at this time. Now, at the moment, y'all, no official cause of death has been released by the Tanzanian police. Now, John McCain is not just anybody. Again, he founded Asymmetric Financial, which is a crypto hedge fund. But in 2025, just last year, his liquid trade fund lost 78% of its value, and he had to shut it down. So this man was having real financial issues before this trip even happened. So ironically, while I'm filming this video, I ended up seeing an update on this case, y'all. So the Zanzibar police say that Ashley did in fact died by suicide. Now, the details, in my opinion, are a little eerie. So basically, they're reporting that night, Ashley had got into an argument with Joe. It was a really bad argument to the point that staff had to intervene. Now, this argument was so bad that they actually reported this to police and they separated them. So that means that he had his own room, she had her own room. Now, what's interesting is they said that it was red flags to the point that they felt like Ashley could be suicidal, and they also reported this to the police. They ended up finding her on April 9th, and she was still alive. Now, they claimed that she hung herself with a cloth. They found her and took her to the hospital. She was still alive on the way to the hospital, and they're alleging that she passed away the next day. So they're basically clearing him of all charges. Now, what doesn't make sense to me is the fact that if y'all say that it was signs that she was suicidal to the point that y'all made this clear to the police, why do y'all not keep an eye on her? How is someone that comes off so suicidal to you left alone in a room with nobody to check on her, nobody there, nothing done, just in an empty room with things to commit suicide? That whole thing is not making sense to y'all. Let me know what y'all think about
that's ridiculous.
this in the comments below. But that
clean here. Something ain't always making sense because the woman went on a trip with her dude, and it was her birthday.
They pretty much are going to say the same thing that everybody else is saying. None of the facts add up. And the fact that they admitted that they got into a really bad, heated argument to the point where they had to be separated, is that not indication that something could have went down? If it was that heated and aggressive and tense, are we not considering that he could have harmed her? Like, what are we talking about? But they're trying to lean on, oh, well, it was so bad to where we felt like she could have offed herself. How the hell y'all know? Like, what are we talking about? How can you just know, oh, she's so upset she seems like she could off herself? That statement right there also doesn't make any sense. Like, were there some psychiatrists on site saying this who analyzed her mental state and they, gave their professional opinion? No. So how can y'all just say that? Like, nothing about this is making sense, and it is given that he paid some people off. Because what? Crazy. Hopefully her family gets some answers and, justice is served. Because this ain't right. Y'all let me know what y'all think, though, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye.